Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have assembled here most of the parts that I need to connect the oil pump to the engine and back to the oil tank. We got two little push-on, I don't know what you call them, clamps I guess, for the oil hose from the oil pump up to the cylinder. We have the banjo connector that will bolt onto the cylinder head, or the cylinder itself, with a banjo bolt, which is here. This is a used one. I didn't have a new one. The correct part number is not available, but I'm pretty sure this is the same. We have one of the two required copper washers. We have the very hard to find, and I don't know where I got it, rubber grommet where the hoses go through into the crankcase. We have a genuine Yamaha oil supply hose. This is between the oil pump and the cylinder. And we have another genuine Yamaha supply hose, which is between the oil tank and the oil pump. So we're all set to go. All right, fellow Enduro nuts, let's see if we can get this thing hooked up. This oil pump. And possibly even primed. Let's make sure this fits. Oh, look at there. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. I think first, this seems to have a washer just stuck right on it. I don't know if I want to take it off or just use it. I think I'll just use it. Is it a soft washer? Yes, it appears to be. I was missing one washer, so that might just work. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll find the hose. Which should be right here. It should go down through here. I think we'll take this out to do this. And we'll slide one of the clamps over this. And while we're poking things through the hole, let's see if we can't get the big hose through there as well. I got a feeling this hose is going to be too long. But, yeah, it's like 3 times what it should be. That hose goes in there just like that. We'll need quite a bit of that. It'll have to wrap around here, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. We'll go down here and then come back maybe here. Yeah, that's going to be, let's put it on there. There's no pressure on the oil in that, so I don't think it even has shows a clip on it. Now this one, on the other hand, does have a clip on it. And I just happen to have 2 of those clips somewhere in here. Here's the little clip that goes on it. We'll take a couple of those out. Okay. I'm going to put the other one back in there where I won't lose it. We'll slide this one on here. Now when this goes over here, it should expand. So that little clip that went on the hose real easy will fit tight over this. If I can get it on there at all. Yep, I think we're getting it. Okay. I think that's on. Let me get some needle nose and see if I can get it down just a little bit further. It's not a coronavirus cough. Okay. Both hoses are on the pump. And we'll try and get the rubber in there where it belongs. And that should pinch them in there real nice. Oh, I missed. Didn't I? Yeah. That was my coffee falling. This hose, in turn, should go, not that it is too long or anything, but it's like 2 hoses. I'll be able to use this for the next bike as well. All right. There's that. I don't know what this clip down here is for, but it was on there, so I put it back. And here, I'm not sure if this goes, I bet it goes down, and I bet I can't get it down from there. So we'll take it out, put it through here somewhere. Yeah. And up around here and right there. It should be good if we cut it off right about there. Alrighty. Next trick is to get it over that big hump on the end of that thing. Or is that a screw that somebody put up there to block it? I think it might be. Well, no, it's not a screw. Does it have a hole in it? I can't see it. Okay, that's not it. It's this one back here. Dummy, that's the pin that there's a black cover that goes over here and it clicks onto that. So we just learned something new. So this should go up here and up over this if we're lucky. And there it is. We could run that up behind if it gets in the way. Not sure we'll need to. Okay, over here now. I don't know if we should just cut this off a little bit. This looks a little stretched here, so that's a little bit extra. Okay. We've used that part and that part and that part, but we'll be putting part of that back. So, more parts, more parts. Clean up our area here a little bit. Those parts all been recorded, taken out of inventory. We got 3 screws in here, or machine screws, to put the cover back on with, I think. And use that for junk. Alright, next step is we've got to find, there's nothing in there, this thing. There should have been. I need the other little clip, and it should have been in that one of those envelopes that I just threw away. Shame on me. What a dumbass. Okay, we need to get the banjo, which we'll put there until we find out where we throw the bottom. Hey. Dummkopf. We'll put that on there. We'll decide how much of that we need. And it's not going to be a lot. We need to be about to there. And I'll give it another 1/4 inch or so. Because it's easy to cut more off than it is to put some back. Okay, this goes up over here, if we're lucky. And then this little clamp goes up over that. Oop, that's going to be harder. That's not wanting to go. But it did. All right. There's already a washer on there. So the one washer that I had in stock will go on the opposite end. Now I did find another steel washer, but I'd rather not use that if I don't have to, if there's a gasket on it already. And we have the banjo bolt. This appears to have a soft washer on it as well, more like a fiber washer. That must have been the way they used to do it. So I guess we'll just use the one that's on here and the one that's on the bolt. Let's say used bolt. I didn't have a new one, and I didn't see any available. I looked on Partzilla and eBay. Didn't see any. going to be a 10. So we'll tighten it down as far as we can by hand. I don't think there's a lot of pressure on this joint either. But we'll tighten that down. Oh, it's not a 10. Doesn't look like an 8, but we get a flat tip screwdriver and we'll torque it down. And we now have a pump installed. The hoses installed for it. And we're ready to prime the pump. All right. Well, I had to run to town because I found out I was totally out of 2-cycle oil. We do have the oil pump installed down there, but now we have to bleed the air out of the lines and make a couple of adjustments to it and go from there. So here we're going to put some 2-cycle oil in here. Not going to fill it up. I think that's about enough. And hopefully we can find a place to put this where it won't get damaged. All right, we're back down below now. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this screw out right here. And I need to get a screwdriver to do that with. All right, since the hose is hooked up, this will allow it to, the oil to flow down here. And once it does, then we can go from there. The other thing we need to do is make sure, and it's going to be very hard to see, there's a small dot on this black wheel right here. And that should be directly in this line here. It's actually a little beyond it. When you move this, when you move the throttle, it turns that wheel. And when that wheel turns, I don't know if you can see the ramp here, it ramps it up. See how this moves? Up and down. So that's what changes the amount of oil per stroke. Then the speed of the engine, how fast this turns, determines how many strokes you get. So that the combination of the speed of the engine and the setting of the throttle determine how much oil is going to the engine. In the case of an idle down here, you're getting the minimum amount of oil per stroke and the minimum amount of oil per revolution. So that's proper. When you speed up, you both get more revolutions and a longer stroke here. And with that longer stroke, you get more oil. And so wide open, you're going to get the maximum amount of oil. What you didn't see on this video was the last part. My camera shut down on me and I lost several minutes. What it will amount to is the adjustments that you make after you get the oil down to the oil pump. And in my case, I did not get the oil down to the oil pump right away because the output of the tank was plugged. I cleared that and the oil started running and just it gushed out of the hole that I had removed the screw from. So tomorrow I'll redo the adjustments and we'll show you how to set these things up after you replace them. Keep riding, keep the shiny side up, and see you later, Enduro Nuts.